Hello, I'm James George, and we've got another episode of the best places to live and visit in the USA. And I'm really excited to have Henry on the show. How are you, Henry?
Doing great, James. How you doing?
I'm really good, thank you. So tell us a little bit about yourself and the amazing place that you live.
Yeah. So my name's Henry Padilla. I'm an associate broker here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Um, 25 years old. Actually, just started real estate about a year ago. I've created a team. Super avid, traveler and stuff because like our land is like there's so much nature to travel and explore and hiking around here. I think it's a really beautiful place to check out in that aspect instead of, just the city. So if you like nature, this is like a place that I really kind of connect with also on that end.
Great. So yeah, I mean, if someone wants to live or visit your place, what are the main places? And I'll get up the websites of them as well as you're talking.
Yeah, so one of them that's probably the most known thing for here in Albuquerque is the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta. I mean, it's pretty much world renowned. People from all over the world literally come here and bring their, crazy style balloons, as you could kind of like see right there in the background. There's different shapes too. There'll be like Baby Yoda or Batman in the air, like crazy shapes, and they gather around. It's a giant field where all these balloons gather together, and they all just blow them up. And like during the nighttime and early in the morning, like super early, like 5 in the morning, they kind of they just light the flames on fire. So all the balloons are just illuminating all these different shapes and stuff. And it brings a massive amount of tourists during the October, fall season.
So if you've got a hot air balloon, is this the thing that you do every year?
If you're trying to show off and if you're trying to come to the best place to do it, yeah, 100%.
I bet that's, and I bet a lot of people, yeah. I bet that it's packed with people trying to see it and people out in their backyards looking at it all. I bet that does look incredible.
You all October, like just driving to work, as a local here, you're just seeing them in the air, just all October morning, all the
And,
time.
and I gather that will probably still happen even during these lockdowns. Is it something that they still look to do?
So balloonists are still going up, but they canceled the actual balloon fiesta. But there's balloonists here that still they'll during the fall time when it's a little more colder because of the air, I believe. They'll still be in the air every now and then, not as much as as it should have been this year, but they're still doing their thing.
Fingers crossed then. It looks like it's due for October next year. So let's hope by that point we've got some normality back and everyone can
100%.
enjoy some balloons.
Exactly. It's a huge thing of our culture here.
And then you've also got an incredible aerial tramway, it looks like.
Yes, sir. So this one right here is like if you're scared of heights, it's probably not for you, but if you like to, have that feeling of being on top of the world, this place is, absolutely amazing. The ride up there is super smooth, second largest tramway in America. It's a really nice thing to explore, especially when you come here. Even as a local, you want to go up there, look at the beautiful city that you're from or visiting. Like this is the ideal place to really get like a bird's eye view of, what you're looking at. As you can see from the video right there, you're really like on top of the world when you get in there.
And is there anything to do at the top, or is it something where you just go up and come back down?
Yes. So actually, when you get to the top, they actually just made a very nice fancy restaurant called 10-3 because it's 10,300 feet above sea level. And as you would hope, there is giant windows right on the edge of the mountain that you sit down, have dinner, and you're looking at the whole land, the whole piece of land of Albuquerque right there. It's incredible.
That does sound fun. I love a good restaurant with a view. So I'm gonna have to put that on my list of places to go to. What other restaurants would you recommend if someone's visiting or they live there or looking to move there? What other restaurants would you recommend?
So definitely one of them would be Casa de Benavides. It's in the North Valley over here in Albuquerque. I mean, the food preparation and stuff, because I actually used to work there before real estate. And so I'm not trying to be biased, but like they really do take time with their food. It's a tremendous amount of, work that goes into what they're doing. If they've been doing it for years. And that's one thing that we're known for is like actually instead of like Mexican food, we're known for new Mexican food. So there's always a little spin that we kind of put on it, and it just comes out very, very well.
Okay, and what about, is there anything you would say it's not going to be on the tourist websites. Are there any secret hidden gems that you can tell us about that people wouldn't know about, and little places to visit or something to do?
I would probably say the amount of hiking trails that are here, I don't think they're really presented as much as they should be. There's a lot of hiking trails actually on that mountain that the tramway's at. That's very accessible, very beginner style. And you could take a little 30-minute hike and it puts you like on another view of like you're on top of the mountain. And I think that's like something really profound, as I said in the beginning. Just trying to get out in nature, get that feeling of just the nice fresh air, the winds, the unwindingness, and really connecting like with the land out here. And I think that's something huge. So definitely the hiking trail is like huge because it's right next to the city. You're like residential place, and then right behind it, a bunch of hiking trails. So it's like super cool. It's mixed in.
Awesome. And what type of people live where you live? Is it a very family orientated ever? Is it a retirement place? What type of people live where you're living?
I think it's becoming really mixed now because we're actually blowing up as a city, in a sense of corporate wise. So Netflix actually has one of their main hubs here. On the south side. Yeah, so there's a lot of TV shows going on here, like a lot of TV shows, like obviously Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, The Night Shift, Dusk Till Dawn. I could keep going. So there's a ton of action when it comes to Netflix and actors being here, staying here. So that's obviously really huge. And then there's a town next to us that's like 30 minutes away. There's a Facebook hub there also. And there's also Amazon. So I think the amount of people and the cultural diversity here is going to really start expanding. Otherwise, it's mostly Chicano, Latino type of community, which is here, but it's so diverse. And I think that's the best thing about New Mexico is because everybody just from everywhere just like, comes to move here, and it's really diverse.
And talking about all the businesses moving there and Netflix and things, have you found that house prices have risen a lot because of that?
Oh, 100%. And it's not slowing down. So right now, the average time on market is maybe 20 days. If it's a nice house, maybe 24 hours. In Albuquerque alone, there's 450 detached homes. So you can imagine there is just buyers hounding, offering $10,000, $20,000 over this price. And the sales are just projecting up and up and up. And it's becoming a little ridiculous, but that we can't really change much unless we build more.
I'm actually going to share a video here of a property. I basically, on every single show that we do, we show a property that's 300,000 and one that's around $1 million, because there's people who are at the lower budget and people at the higher budget. And it's really good to see different areas to see what you can get. And already doing this is already we've done a few of these, and it's incredible to see what you can get around the US for $300,000. When I come from a place in San Diego where $300,000 doesn't get you much.
Yeah.
So talk to us about this house and what $300,000 gets you where you are.
Yeah, so this house right here is the kind of house that we really need. It's a new build house by Hakes Brothers. They're kind of a local builder. They work here. They work within the towns. Like, as you can see, it says Rio Rancho right there. That's only 20 minutes from Albuquerque. It's all connected. This is a brand new house, maybe about $320,000, $340,000 house, all decked out, brand new build. I mean, just the kind of specs that you get in this house. Obviously, like, this is $1 million house in California. But the difference here, you're getting over 2,000 square feet, so much amenities, speakers around the house, granite countertop, little backyard, sliding doors. Like, you get a lot for your money here. Like, it's really, really incredible what you can get here, the deals. So like investment wise, buying properties here, you're buying them, compared to other big cities, super low. The rent is going up here too. So you're making your money back rent wise. And as you can see, this is a $300,000 house and you're getting basically like luxury. It's beautiful.
The funny thing is I was having a conversation with a friend of mine about us starting to invest in places outside of California, because it's obviously extremely expensive investing in investment properties in California. And a lot of people are looking to move out of California. It's expensive, taxes are high, they don't agree with the politics. So it's really interesting to see somewhere like yourself who lives in a place where it's obviously growing and becoming a lot more affluent, because when places like Netflix are going there, there's going to be more jobs, people are going to move there. So, but at the same time, it's still extremely affordable.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, like, people are always going to need a place to stay. So if you get it for the right price compared to, like, you know, your typical amount that you're getting, it only makes sense to invest in other places. And, you know, there's property management everywhere. And if you're skilled in what you do, then it just makes sense to, you know, invest in places like this.
Okay, and then let's look, when you're looking to spend $1 million, let's see what we can get. I love the tennis court straight away.
Yeah. So this one right here is almost 10,000 square feet. Luxury does not move as fast, you know, typically. Like, that's a luxury point for us, is around $1 million for sure. I mean, 500 plus is basically luxury, super luxury. But I mean, they don't move as fast, but obviously, you know, some of them are a little outdated. But I like houses like that because you're able to put your actual touch. You know, when you see something outdated, you're like, okay, this is easy for me to think about of what to change.
Look at that kitchen. I'm so glad you picked this one, because that kitchen has made me smile. The fact that someone has lived in that kitchen, that is a special kitchen.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool things about this place.
It's a massive house.
Yeah, huge. There's plenty to do, plenty to fit in there, you know. Stuff like this too, you know, like, it's almost 10,000 square feet. I don't know what California charges for 10,000 square feet, but
Rancho Santa Fe, 10,000 square foot house is probably could be $10 million plus. Yeah.
See, there you go. See, it makes sense, like, money wise, you know, and then obviously the taxes are lower. So these houses are beautiful regardless. They're built well. Luxury doesn't move too much because, you know, just the bracket income here of price ranges that people make. And that's why there is a good fluctuation of people actually coming here investing. My higher end properties that are a little bit more up north, a little bit more cabiny, it's 100% investors from out of town.
Great. So if someone wants to find out more about where you live, and also in regards to whether it's to visit or to buy or to move, how are they best getting in contact with you?
So the best way for me is, if you want to, you know, be more personable with me, and follow me on socials and see where I'm putting everything, because that's where I'm, like, really profound, and what I really focus on is social media, putting everything out there and kind of building a brand. It's Henry Social Realtor on IG. So if you guys want to follow that, that's the best place. I respond fast. You know, so I really think that's a good place, because nowadays it's so much easier to connect with people when they just see you right there and you see them active, and when you message them, they see your face. And I think that's something really.
And also, we obviously, I gather you put stuff on there, lots of pictures of the local community and stuff that you're doing, so they can really get a good idea of what it's like to be there.
Yeah. So, like, even like I do everything all over the town. So we actually just did a property tour 2 hours away at a house that, like, it's like 2 domes put together. Like, I don't know if you've seen Dragon Ball Z, like those little capsule looking things. And,
no, but I'll definitely take a look at your Instagram then.
Yeah. So we're doing property tours like that, and you know, touching every part of the place, because I mean, like I said, it's a beautiful place to really explore the diversity, the art, the land is amazing.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on. We're going to put all your contact details below in the description, and let's keep in contact. And hopefully one day I can come out and see you. I'd probably when the balloon festival would be on. That would probably sound like that would be a fun time to come out.
Yeah, James, come by for sure, man. We'll keep in contact.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on.
Cool. Thanks, man. Thanks, everybody.